And in this video we're going to be talking about what if you're affirming but you're still not getting any movement in the 3D and what that means.
I'll be your light. Be your light.
Hey lovelies, and welcome back to the Manifestation Sisters community. My name's Leah.
My name's Tia.
Here on this channel we talk everything mindset and manifestation.
We're here to help you rise and reach your truest potential by simplifying manifestation and helping you make it a lifestyle.
Before we jump into the video, we do want to let you know that we have our Limitless Manifesto workbook, which is predominantly focused on your self-concept, for you to reprogram your self-concept and become the version of you that already has what they want and can embody that. If you also want to work with myself or Tia one-on-one, we've also got links for that in the description box down below. So let's jump in. So what do we mean about affirming but seeing no movement? So first of all, we want to understand what our reality is, what our 3D reality is. And our 3D reality is a byproduct of our old thoughts, beliefs and assumptions. So we want to take it as feedback, and we also want to see it as the fact that it's old creation, it's old news. So if you've now started working on a self-concept and you're still not seeing any movement, you could give it the meaning that it's still just catching up. Do you know what I mean? So we get it from two spectrums here. We either get people coming in saying, I'm feeling really good, but I'm still feeling a bit of absence. Or they're consciously trying to like force and affirm and they're feeling exhausted. So you're either coming from two aspects. So let's go with the first aspect. If you are feeling more confident in yourself, you've really been building yourself up, your self-concept is starting to feel more true for you, but sometimes you notice the 3D and you feel the absence of it. So what we usually tell our clients to do is see 3D for what it is, it's old. And this is a good indication to let you know that you're starting to shift inside. So there is movement happening. You're starting to shift how you feel inside. And what's the byproduct of that? 3D must conform to that. We're just not in control of when. You know, because now we always say it takes as long as it takes for you to convince yourself that you are this person experiencing this new version of you. So you're already starting to feel better within yourself, so then you can know that there is orchestration happening in the background even if you can't see it yet.
And also to reiterate that, and this has been a big one for me, it's becoming conscious of how often them lackful thoughts are coming up. You can be feeling great in yourself and then you have the moment of lack, which perpetuates, and you check the 3D, you don't have it. So what are you doing in that moment when you're identifying with the version of yourself that doesn't have it? Are you catching your mind in that moment and being like, no, there's always movement, and stabilizing yourself in that moment? Are you stabilizing your monkey mind? Are you stabilizing the little treacle that your old self-concept is trying to come in? Are you catching yourself? Are you stabilizing yourself in that moment to know that it's already known and it's already done? And the more you do that, you will start to predominantly live from the version of yourself and identify with the version of yourself that, although it's not here right now, I have the inner knowing. I have that kind of hopeful expectation that things are about to shift, even though I can't see it yet. So it's redirecting the lack into kind of positive expectation, desire, hopefulness for yourself, that the 3D experience, despite you not seeing it, it's not creating more disbelief within myself. So it's like, where can you come in and be like, do you know what, although it's not here yet, I'm feeling good within myself, I know it's already done and it's gonna happen every fucking day now.
Yeah, feeling good within self is a great indication that whatever you're doing is working, so keep it up. You know, sometimes on this journey we're doing this work and we look at the 3D and sometimes it can bring up a feeling of absence of something, but like Tia said, you take your power back and you remind yourself of who the fuck you are in that moment, knowing that you are the creator of your reality and you're going to experience this at some point because it's already done, it's already yours. So then if we go to the second point of you're doing all this work and you're feeling exhausted, you're affirming and you're feeling exhausted, and then that's letting you know that you're still not stepping into the version of you that has what they want. You're still trying to affirm to try to get something into your reality rather than becoming the best version of you, knowing that you're doing this work to feel better within yourself, like the first option. We're not doing this work to see external movement. We're doing this work, like I said, to become the best version of you. That internal movement happens first, and then the 3D is the byproduct of that. So it's not the affirmation itself that's going to get you what you want. The affirmations are new thoughts, and they're helping you to align to the version of you that has what they want. They're helping you update your outdated programming to the new story and the new version of you that says I can have this thing and sustain it. That is what we're aiming for here. We're not aiming for I need to do this perfect affirmation because this is what's going to get me the thing. You're the power here, not essentially the affirmation. You're the person that's helping this come into fruition because you're changing your self-concept. And then as a result of that, you get to experience what it is you want and become the best version of yourself.
Yeah, because when you're affirming, it links back to the analogy that you say sometimes as well in our past videos of when you're affirming, you're constantly trying to manipulate and change the 3D, but you're not coming from a place of, I think there's a difference of hearing something and doing it, but actually doing it. Like, I think there's like that differentiation of like, you can think something, but like, it's not actually sinking in. And that's like the difference of like that metaphor of like, you're looking in the mirror, you're trying to change what's in the mirror, but you're not changing internally the reflection that will reflect back in the mirror. And that's how you've got to see your 3D experience. Yeah. You can go out and try change the mirror, you looking into the mirror, but if you don't change yourself, the reflection is not going to change, and you're just going about it the hard way. So if you're in a state of exhaustion, and we've kind of defined what it is, and you might be identifying with, oh, I'm fucking doing that right now, how do I stop? Simple moment is to just take a step back. Because when you're in a mode of constant exhaustion and you're in a mode of noticing the lack of it, I say it's like you're in the middle of a bear chase. You're not going to stand in the middle of the bear and be like, try to affirm the bear away. You've just literally got to kind of like run it out and let like yourself, whatever you're feeling in the moment, let it play out, and then stabilize yourself to then be able to get back on the horse. Because your subconscious mind is the feeling mind, and the way you impress your subconscious mind is persisting with the thoughts, but also having the state of the feeling that it's done. So if you're constantly affirming, but feeling inside like you're lying to yourself, you're just creating an inner conflict. So the time there is to take a step back and stabilize yourself. And what does stabilizing yourself mean? Bringing your power back to yourself and basically releasing the resistance that you're feeling inside because of the fact that you haven't got the desire. And that can look like different things to everyone. I like doing EFT tapping, I like doing breath work to calm my nervous system. You prefer breath work. And there's meditations, there's things like physical, going out for walks, working out, and just knowing that you can stabilize your state of being to then release the resistance. And then when you're feeling stabilized in yourself, then get back on the horse, then persist.
Exactly, because your thoughts are creating your feelings.
Yeah.
So at first, sometimes when we're rewiring in a new self-concept and a new self-identity, we're feeling delusional because we're not familiar with this new story. But as we start to play this new story more dominantly, our feelings will catch up with that. So we don't have to worry about always needing to feel the thing, but the feelings will catch up. And I think it's important to really have tools and techniques that help you to embody the state. And we always say the state is your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, assumptions, your perceptions. That's all your internal state. So we do want to bring that all in alignment. And how we do that is with your self-concept. As you change your self-concept, your internal state will shift as well, because you're now going to start to feel differently. You're doing visualization, or you're doing scripting, or tools and techniques that really help you to saturate your internal state with this new person, with this new identity. So then you start to feel differently. And then the 3D is the reflection of that. So it's all, interlinked with each other, and I think it's just important to touch on that as well.
I think in this space we're taught to ignore our emotions, and that's why the stabilization piece is good, because you want to be aware of the emotions that you are feeling in that moment, because like Leah said, your thoughts create your emotions. So that's a good indicator of, one, you're having internal conflict, or two, you're thinking thoughts on autopilot that aren't serving you. You might be affirming, but then you're affirming against that affirming, if that makes sense. So it's really important to understand that once you have this conscious awareness of the thoughts you're having, the feelings you're experiencing in that moment, you'll be able to then, as a whole, who am I being in that moment? What is my current state of being? And once you bring the awareness and the consciousness to that, then you can redirect your mind to stabilize yourself and essentially step into a different state in that moment.
And you're always directing yourself back to the state that you want to be in, because we will shift into different states, but we want to more dominantly be in the state and the version of us that has what we want rather than its absence. So we wanted to just talk about affirming and, you know, stabilizing yourself, and, you know, the examples that we give when we first started the video, and it was just really a little boost there, and just to let you know, like, just keep doing whatever you're doing and knowing, like, all this work is as well to build self-trust and self-belief, you know, because when we're used to being and operating in a certain way, now we're directing our mind and our focus in a new way, and sometimes it's not going to feel familiar at first, but the more we do that, with that repetition and consistency, it starts to feel normal, it starts to feel natural, and it starts to be now who we are.
Exactly.
You know? So if you like this video, please be sure to give us a thumb up and share and subscribe, as it helps our channel grow. As we said at the start of the video, we do have our Limitless Manifesto workbook. If you'd like to sign up for that, it's really going to help you to work on your self-concept, embody the version of you that has what they want. If you want to work with myself or Tia one-on-one, the links for that also are in the description box down below, and we will see you in the next video.